What is up, everybody? We are back here at King Film Sports, and with the World Cup starting tomorrow, we will get into our match day one predictions, predicting all 16 of these games in the first 4 days of the World Cup. So let's get into it here. First, we have the host nation Qatar against Ecuador, and this one should be a pretty even game here of what I'm expecting. Qatar's been decent coming into this World Cup, but this will be their first match in this competition in history. I think this one's going to go 2-1 to Ecuador. I just think they're the more well-rounded team, more experience in these Common Bowl matches, high-stakes events that they've been playing in. So give me Ecuador to win that one 2-1, although it will be very close. Next match, we've got England facing off against Iran. I think you can't take Iran too lightly, especially with the nature of this England squad. But I think with all their offense, they will win this one 2-0. Some might try to say that they're going to win this one by 5 or 6. I don't really see that one. I see this one being more defensive. But I just think that England has the star power there over Iran, and I think they get that one done. Next, we got Netherlands versus Senegal. Senegal obviously out with Sadio Mane. I think that hurts their offense. I think Netherlands wins this one 3-1. Netherlands in the Euros and in their qualifying, their defense and goalkeeping hasn't been too solid, but their offense has been very good. So I think they put up 3 against Senegal and take the dub there. And then we get into the match that everyone's waiting for, USA versus Wales. And I have this one going 2-1 to the U.S., although I think it could easily go 2-1 to Wales there. I think that the U.S. on their defense and especially in goalkeeping have a lot of concern there. So I think that if they have some issues with their defense, that could spell trouble. But same thing for Wales. You saw in that Euros tournament that they had some problems with their defense and goalkeeping as well, although they do have a great offense with Ramsey and Bale. So in this one, I see it going 2-1 to the U.S. It's going to be an offensive type game, but I think the Americans pull it out there. Next, we got Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. This might be one of the most lopsided matches here in the World Cup. Give me Argentina to win 4-0. I think they outclass Saudi Arabia every aspect of the game, so I think Argentina and Messi pull through there. Then we got another lopsided match, Denmark versus Tunisia. I think Tunisia is one of the weakest teams in this tournament, so I think Denmark just steamrolls over them 3-1 there. Then we get to a very even matchup, Mexico versus Poland, and I think this one is going to have a lot of implications about who advances from Group C. In this one, I have a draw 1-1 Mexico and Poland. Mexico have not been on the greatest form, but Poland aren't really an elite team in their own right either. If I had to pick a winner in this game, it would probably be Poland, but I'm just going to take the tie because it's more safe. These two teams are very even there, so I think it's a 1-1 draw there. Then we get to France and Australia, and this is where I have a bit of a shocker. I have a draw 2-2 between France and Australia. If anyone remembers the last World Cup in the group stage, Australia debatably should have won that game. They lost 2-1, but there were some controversial calls there. So I think this one will be an offensive type game. France has had some issues with their defense and goalkeeping, so I think Australia with that potent offense will be able to score and put some pressure on France. I don't think they pull off the upset entirely, but I do think they get the draw and the point out of that match. Next, we get to the Group E action on the bottom here. First game, we got Croatia and Morocco. Give me Croatia to win here, 2-1. I think there's just going to be a methodical attack. I do not think too high of Morocco here in this tournament. I think they'll keep it a little close against Croatia because Croatia does not have too electric of an offense, but I do think they get it done there 2-1. Then we've got the battle of the Axis powers, Germany and Japan. Do not see this one being a very even match. I think Germany rebounds from their 2018 woes here in big style. I think they take this one down 3-0. Then we get to Spain and Costa Rica. A bit of a shocker here. I've got it tied at 1-1, a draw. Everyone knows about Spain's offensive struggles at the Euros last year. Their defense was solid and they were able to get decently far in that tournament, but I just do not think it's going to be good enough here against Costa Rica. They are a frisky side, so I think they will equalize this one at 1-1 and get a point out of that game. Next, we've got Belgium and Canada. Maybe a shocking result to some, but I've got a 2-2 match here. I just do not think Belgium is as solid and all-around good as a team that we've seen in the past few years with this golden generation. I think Canada will have their chances. Alphonso Davies playing great at the moment. So I think that Canada's offense will get it going, and this will be a great high-scoring 2-2 match. Next, we get to Switzerland and Cameroon. I think Switzerland are just the better side here. I have them taking it down 2-0 against Cameroon. I think they're just better at all the positions, and I think they win that one there. Next, a bit of a boring one as well. I think this one's going to be very low scoring. Could be 0-0, but I've got Uruguay as the better side, so give me Uruguay to win that one 1-0. They do have the better offense there with Suarez in his last World Cup, so I think they win that one to get 3 points. Then we've got Portugal and Ghana, and I think this one is very integral for the Portuguese to win here against the Ghana side. And Portugal could slip up, but I've got them taking it down 2-1, maybe a bit closer than other people are thinking it will be, but I've got them winning that there. And then for the final match, perhaps the biggest surprise of my predictions, I've got Serbia winning outright 2-1 against Brazil. I think Brazil are vastly overrated in this tournament, and I think they're due for a shocker off the bat. And Serbia, very frisky side. I think they will show a couple of upsets and some shocking play in this tournament. They have an underrated offense, and they will be able to put up goals against Brazil. So I think this one's going to be a very entertaining match, and I think the Serbians will pull off the shocker. So with that being said, let me know what your guys' predictions are in the comments down below. What do you think of my picks for these Matchday 1 games? As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.